On sait depuis longtemps que les psychotropes entraînent de nombreux effets secondaires nocifs d'ordre physique et émotionnel que beaucoup ne peuvent pas supporter. Mais si ces effets secondaires sont si néfastes, pourquoi certains continuent-ils d'en prendre? Les psychiatres, les compagnies pharmaceutiques et les organismes gouvernementaux sont censés répondre du caractère inoffensif des médicaments qu'ils mettent sur le marché. Ils admettront à contre-cœur l'existence de la plupart des effets secondaires nocifs qui accompagnent la prise de psychotropes. Mais il y en a un qu'ils ne mentionnent presque jamais.
Every single one of these drugs are addictive, psychologically and or physically addictive.
They change your body's makeup, you change your body how it reacts to things. And so even though people, in their psychological state, they may be over their depression, they physically will need that drug still. And so that becomes the complication of getting them off.
I have people come to me on a weekend, they've run out of refills, and they say to me, if I don't take this drug, I'm gonna get sick. If I don't take this drug, I'm gonna get sick. We don't talk about psychologically, we don't talk about depression, we don't talk about anxiety. I am going to get sick if I don't take this drug this weekend. It has nothing to do with psychology.
Mais écoutez ce que des psychiatres avaient à dire à propos de l'addiction lors d'une récente conférence de l'APA.
How addictive are psychiatric drugs?
They aren't. Only benzodiazepines.
They're not addictive at all.
Antidepressants are not generally considered addictive.
SSRIs are not addictive.
Antipsychotics, they don't cause addiction.
Major tranquilizers are all safe as far as addiction is concerned.
The drugs that most of us are using in neuropsychiatry are not addictive at all.
Alors, qui a raison? Pour le savoir, il nous suffit de nous renseigner auprès d'anciens patients qui ont pris des psychotropes.
The psychologists and psychiatrists went to both. They never told me that they would be addictive, they would cause me to have these thoughts.
For sure, the psychiatric drugs I was on was addicting.
Within six months to 9 months, I was hooked.
Boy, Xanax had a hold of me. I mean, I was going through a bottle of pills every 3 or 4 days.
I lost my job over it. Over a prescription drug that's not supposed to be addictive, I lost my job.
The reality is that it is addicting. It will wreck a person's life.
Ce conflit sur l'addiction des psychotropes repose sur la définition de mots. Communément, on conçoit l'addiction comme l'incontrôlable besoin psychologique ou physique d'une certaine substance. Mais pas le psychiatre. Pour lui, l'addiction c'est un besoin maladif d'une dose de plus en plus forte d'un médicament. Il qualifie seulement de dépendance le besoin incontrôlable de prendre un psychotrope. C'est la raison pour laquelle les psychiatres n'admettent pas que leurs drogues sont addictives.
In their definition, a very small percentage of people become addicted. The reality is a large percentage of people can't get off these drugs, and they call that dependence. It's all a matter of how they term it.
And when you look at addiction, it could be that their tolerance increases and their needs and wants to use the medications increase, or it could be they simply, once they start on the medication, they're not able to come off of it without help. They try to, and as soon as they try to come off the medications, they start to have symptoms that are unwanted and obviously keep them wanting to take the medications again.
When you explain to them how addictive it is, they are surprised because they're like, well, it's a prescription. So I do believe that a lot of people don't really know how harmful these meds are. They don't view them as dangerous as some of the street drugs.
Mais nombreux sont les psychotropes qui sont devenus des drogues de la rue, particulièrement cette classe de psychotropes donnés aux enfants, chez lesquels un trouble de l'attention ou de l'hyperactivité a été diagnostiqué. Des stimulants comme la Ritaline, l'Adderall et le Concerta entraînent une telle addiction qu'ils ont été répertoriés par la brigade des stupéfiants des USA comme des substances qui créent un niveau de dépendance aussi élevé que la morphine et la cocaïne.
Biochemistry and pharmacology of Ritalin is exactly the same as that of cocaine, except for the speed of onset.
La similarité entre la Ritaline et la cocaïne est évidente lorsqu'on considère la problématique de l'importante consommation de stimulants dans nos écoles. Les jeunes dans les cours d'école prennent des comprimés de Ritaline et de son équivalent chimique, l'Adderall.
Some of my friends took Ritalin and Adderall just to get high, like that I've known throughout the years. kids will chop that stuff up with a razor blade. It's pure, man. Pure drug, you know? That's why kids like it. They'd chop it up with a razor blade and snort it.
My cousin Sammy had this Ritalin, and we would eat it, and we'd be able to stay up all night and play video games. It was, your pupils would dilate. It was just outrageous.
Matter of fact, in 8th grade, I got kicked out of school 3 days before it let out for selling Ritalin and actually snorting lines in the back of the classroom. So yes, sir, it definitely caused me some problems there, and I definitely had people buying them from me. Yes.
Ce n'est pas un problème mineur. En 2006, des recherches indiquaient que plus de 7 millions d'Américains s'étaient drogués avec des stimulants. Et 75 000 adolescents et jeunes personnes en deviennent dépendants chaque année. Non seulement ces stimulants rendent leurs consommateurs dépendants, mais ils sont aussi connus comme drogues de transition vers des drogues dures comme la cocaïne, l'héroïne et la méthamphétamine.
When you provide drugs in a manner which most of our children are being provided drugs at an early age in life, only prepares that child to be on more drugs as they get older.
Pourtant, dans plusieurs revues récentes, les psychiatres encourageaient des enfants étiquetés comme atteints de THADA à prendre ces stimulants dans le but de réduire leur dépendance future à la cocaïne et à d'autres drogues dures. Des preuves montrent que non seulement cette théorie est sans fondement, mais que le contraire est vrai.
When I've spoken to people who are methamphetamine addicts, they said that the drug that they started taking almost consistently was Ritalin.
The longer a child is on Ritalin, the more the likelihood that they may become addicted, whether it's Ritalin or Concerta or Adderall, okay, or a number of other drugs.
Les stimulants ne sont pas les seuls psychotropes à comporter un risque élevé d'addiction. Les benzodiazépines, par exemple, sont des tranquillisants qui peuvent créer un état de dépendance en 14 jours. Prenons le benzodiazépine Xanax. Lors des 5 années durant lesquelles il a été sur le marché, il a produit 1,5 million de toxicomanes par an. Et arrêter d'en prendre peut être très difficile. En voici quelques symptômes. Tremblements, perte d'appétit, crampes, problèmes de mémoire et de concentration, insomnie, agitation, panique et anxiété.
Some of the psych medicines, particularly the benzodiazepines, are some of the most addictive drugs there are in terms of the persistent withdrawal anxiety that these drugs cause.
I have been in the position of having to withdraw a number of people from benzodiazepines that I didn't put on them, obviously. And it's difficult. It's really difficult.
Prescription benzodiazepines, I think, are much more dangerous and much harder to come off of for the patient than the street drugs are.
Mais ceux qui réussissent à arrêter vous diront que les benzodiazépines ne représentent pas la seule classe de psychotropes qu'il est extrêmement difficile d'arrêter.
I had about a 10-year time frame in my life where I abused both street drugs and prescription drugs. And the drugs that were the hardest to come off of, in my opinion, were the psychiatric medications. And I mean worse to come off of than a drug like heroin.
Withdrawal symptoms from the psychiatric drugs just made my mind go crazy. I couldn't think. I couldn't form coherent thoughts whatsoever.
I was racing. I had